The United States is full of abandoned places with eerie stories and creepy pasts. Some of these old ruins are said to be haunted by ghosts, spirits, or even something darker. From forgotten villages to burned-down mansions, here are some of the most haunted ruins in the USA that might give you chills. Number 1. The ruins of the Dungeness Mansion sit quietly on Cumberland Island, Georgia, but many believe they are not as empty as they seem. These old stone remains are surrounded by moss-covered trees, wild horses, and whispers of the past. Some say spirits from long ago still walk among the ruins. But why is this place believed to be haunted? The story of Dungeness Mansion starts in the 1700s. The land was first owned by James Oglethorpe, the founder of Georgia. Later, Revolutionary War hero Nathanael Greene owned it. His widow, Catherine Greene, built a large tabby house on the land. That house later burned down. In the 1880s, the wealthy Carnegie family built a grand mansion on the same spot. It had over 50 rooms and was full of luxury. The Carnegies used it as a vacation home. For years, the mansion was full of life, laughter, and parties. But slowly, the family stopped coming. The mansion was left empty and caught fire in 1959. Only the stone ruins remain today. People say that the ghosts of the past never left. Some visitors have heard strange footsteps, whispers, and even music coming from the ruins. Others have seen ghostly figures walking near the old mansion walls. Many believe it is the spirit of Catherine Greene or even Carnegie family members, still watching over the land they loved. Some also think the land itself holds energy from the many lives that passed through it. Cumberland Island has seen battles, slavery, and great wealth. That mix of joy and pain may have left a mark. Number 2. The LaLaurie Mansion in New Orleans, Louisiana, is one of the most haunted places in the city. Even though the original building has been rebuilt, the old foundation still holds dark secrets. Many believe the ground itself is cursed because of the terrible things that once happened there. The mansion was built in the early 1800s and was once owned by a wealthy woman named Madame Delphine LaLaurie. At first, she was seen as a polite and respected lady in high society. But behind closed doors, she hid a horrifying secret. In 1834, a fire broke out at the mansion. When firefighters arrived, they made a shocking discovery. In a hidden room upstairs, they found enslaved people who had been locked away and horribly mistreated. The news spread quickly, and angry crowds gathered. Madame LaLaurie fled the city, and the mansion was left behind. The building was later damaged and rebuilt, but many say the land was never truly cleaned of its dark past. Over the years, people who lived or stayed in the mansion reported terrifying things. They heard screams, chains rattling, and footsteps when no one was there. Some saw ghostly figures or felt sudden cold spots. Even today, people who walk by the building say they feel uneasy. Some claim to see faces in the windows, even when the house is empty. Others believe the spirits of those who suffered there are still trapped, unable to find peace. The LaLaurie Mansion is not open to the public, but many ghost tours stop outside its gates. Number 3. Elkmont Ghost Town, hidden in the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, looks peaceful at first. Old cabins, quiet woods, and winding trails make it seem like a simple, forgotten place. But many people believe Elkmont is haunted. The truth behind it is full of mystery, sadness, and strange happenings. Elkmont started as a logging town in the early 1900s. It quickly became a busy community with workers, families, and a railroad. When the logging industry slowed down, rich families from Knoxville turned Elkmont into a vacation spot. They built cozy cabins and a fancy club called the Appalachian Club. For a while, Elkmont was a lively summer getaway. In the 1930s, the land became part of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The people who lived there were asked to leave. Some were given permission to stay for a few more decades, but eventually, the cabins were abandoned. Slowly, nature took over. The buildings began to rot, and the town became silent. That's when the ghost stories began. Visitors to Elkmont have reported hearing footsteps on wooden porches, even when no one is around. Some have seen lights flicker in the old cabins at night or heard music playing in the distance. A few have even claimed to see figures in old-fashioned clothing walking through the trees, only to disappear. One popular story is about a woman in white who roams the area, believed to be a former guest of the resort who never left. Others believe that the spirits of those who once lived and loved Elkmont are still attached to their cabins, watching over them. Some people think the peaceful beauty of the area hides a deeper energy left behind by years of memories, both happy and sad. The silence, the fog, and the ruins make it feel like time stands still, and perhaps that's why the spirits remain. Number 4. Bannack Ghost Town in Montana is a quiet place filled with old wooden buildings, dusty streets, and memories of the past. It was once a busy gold mining town, but now it stands empty. Many people believe Bannack is haunted, and the truth behind this spooky reputation is tied to its dark and wild history. Bannack was founded in 1862 when gold was discovered along Grasshopper Creek. In just a short time, the town grew quickly. Miners, families, and business owners came hoping to find riches. At its peak, Bannack had thousands of people, along with saloons, shops, hotels, and even a school. But life in Bannack was not easy. It was part of the Wild West, where crime was common and justice was sometimes hard to find. One of the most chilling stories is about the town's sheriff, Henry Plummer. He was supposed to protect the town, but many believe he was secretly leading a gang of outlaws who robbed and killed people traveling through the area. In 1864, angry locals hanged Plummer and 2 of his men without a trial. Some say Sheriff Plummer's ghost still haunts the area, especially near the gallows where he died. Visitors have reported hearing footsteps, voices, and even seeing ghostly figures in old buildings. The Hotel Mead, one of the most famous buildings in Bannack, is known for strange happenings. People say they've seen a ghostly girl in a blue dress and felt cold chills inside the hotel. The old schoolhouse is also said to be haunted. Some have heard children's laughter or felt like someone was watching them, even when the building was empty. After the gold ran out, people slowly left Bannack. By the 1950s, it was completely abandoned. Today, it's a state park open to visitors. While it's a beautiful and historic place, many agree there's something eerie about it. Number 5. North Brother Island is a small, abandoned island in New York City's East River. Covered in crumbling buildings and overgrown trees, it looks like something from a ghost story. Many people believe the island is haunted, and there are real reasons why this quiet place holds such a dark and spooky feeling. The island was once home to Riverside Hospital, which opened in the 1800s. It was used to treat people with deadly diseases like smallpox, tuberculosis, and typhoid fever. These illnesses were very serious and could spread quickly. Many patients were sent to the island and never left. They were isolated from the rest of the world, often scared and suffering. The hospital became known as a place of sickness, sadness, and death. One of the most famous people held there was Mary Mallon, better known as Typhoid Mary. She was the first known person in the U.S. to carry typhoid without being sick herself. She was forced to live on the island for many years, even though she didn't feel sick. Her lonely life there is one of the reasons people believe her spirit still haunts the hospital ruins. Another tragedy happened in 1904 when a passenger ship called the General Slocum caught fire nearby. Over 1,000 people died, and many of their bodies were brought to North Brother Island. The island became a place of sorrow and loss. Today, North Brother Island is off limits to the public and is mostly forgotten. The old hospital buildings are falling apart, covered in vines and silence. People who have visited for research or documentaries have reported hearing strange sounds, feeling cold spots, and even seeing ghostly figures in hospital windows. Number 6. Bodie Ghost Town in California is one of the most famous haunted towns in the United States. Once a booming gold mining town in the 1800s, Bodie is now silent, with dusty streets and abandoned wooden buildings. Many people believe it is haunted, and the truth behind the stories is both spooky and sad. Bodie was founded in 1859 after gold was discovered in the hills. People rushed to the town, hoping to strike it rich. At its peak, Bodie had around 10,000 people along with saloons, hotels, a jail, and even a red light district. But life in Bodie was hard. There were fights, robberies, fires, and deadly mining accidents. Many people died from violence, disease, or the tough winters. All of this pain and loss may be the reason why some spirits never left. One of the most famous ghost stories in Bodie is about a little girl who lived there long ago. Visitors say they have seen her ghost in the old cane house, where people report hearing laughter and feeling cold spots. Others have heard footsteps or whispers in empty buildings. Some say tools move on their own, and shadows appear when no one is around. Another strange part of Bodie's legend is the Bodie curse. This curse is said to affect anyone who steals something from the town, even a rock or nail. People who took souvenirs from Bodie have reported bad luck, accidents, or health problems. Many have mailed the stolen items back with letters begging for forgiveness. Today, Bodie is a state historic park. The town is kept in arrested decay, meaning it is preserved but not repaired. Visitors can walk through the streets and look inside buildings frozen in time. Even though it's quiet now, many say they feel like they're being watched. Number 7. Fort Ticonderoga in New York is a place full of history, and many believe it's also full of ghosts. Sitting on the southern shores of Lake Champlain, the old stone walls and grassy hills of the fort hold stories of war, death, and mystery. Some visitors say they feel strange energy there. Others claim to see ghostly soldiers still standing guard. The fort was first built by the French in the 1750s during the French and Indian War. They called it Fort Carillon. It was later taken over by the British and then by American forces during the Revolutionary War. Over the years, many battles took place there, and many soldiers died on this land. Because of all this bloodshed, people believe the souls of fallen soldiers still linger. One of the most well-known ghost stories is about a headless soldier. Some visitors and workers have said they saw a ghost in uniform walking the grounds at night without a head. Others have reported hearing marching footsteps, even when no one else is around. Some have heard distant gunshots, drum beats, or voices calling out. Another spooky tale comes from the officers' quarters. People have seen lights flicker, felt cold spots, or even heard furniture moving by itself. Some say they've seen a shadowy figure looking out from the fort's windows. Fort Ticonderoga was abandoned for many years after the wars. During that time, nature and silence took over. But when it was restored in the early 1900s, the stories of hauntings began to grow stronger. Many believe that the mix of violence, fear, and strong emotions from the past left a spiritual mark on the fort. It's like the energy of those who died there never truly left. Number 8. Deep in the Alaskan wilderness, surrounded by snowy mountains and quiet forests, sits the abandoned Kennecott ghost town. Once a busy mining town, it is now a place of silence, shadows, and strange stories. Many believe Kennecott is haunted, and the truth behind it is both sad and mysterious. Kennecott was built in the early 1900s after copper was discovered in the area. It quickly grew into a booming town, full of miners, families, and workers. The Kennecott Copper Corporation ran the town, and it became one of the richest copper mines in the world. People came from far away to work there, hoping for a better life. But life in Kennecott was hard. The work was dangerous, the winters were freezing, and the town was very isolated. Many workers died in accidents deep in the mines. Some were crushed by falling rocks, and others froze to death in snowstorms. The pain and loss that happened there may be part of why people believe their spirits still remain. After the mine shut down in 1938, the town was left behind. Buildings were abandoned with furniture, tools, and belongings still inside, like the people just vanished. Over time, strange things began to happen. Visitors and hikers have reported seeing ghostly figures, hearing voices echoing in empty buildings, and feeling sudden cold chills even on warm days. Some say they've seen a miner staring out from the window of the old hospital. Others hear the sound of footsteps in the snow, but when they turn around, no one is there. A few believe the spirits are stuck there, still trying to finish the work they started or find peace after a hard life. Number 9. Rhyolite Ghost Town sits in the middle of the Nevada desert, surrounded by dry land and quiet skies. Once a busy place full of people and hope, it is now a silent town with broken buildings and spooky stories. Many believe that Rhyolite is haunted, and there are some chilling reasons why. Rhyolite was founded in 1904 after gold was discovered nearby. People rushed to the area, hoping to strike it rich. In just a few years, Rhyolite had banks, hotels, a school, and even an opera house. It was a booming town with over 5,000 people. But just as fast as it grew, Rhyolite fell apart. By 1911, the gold was running out. The banks closed, businesses shut down, and people left. By the 1920s, the town was empty, leaving behind nothing but ruins and lost dreams. Some say the spirits of those who once lived in Rhyolite never left. Visitors have reported hearing strange sounds, like footsteps in the dirt, whispering voices, or old piano music playing from the remains of the casino or opera house. Some have seen shadowy figures walking near the old jail or peeking from windows of broken buildings. One legend tells of a miner who lost everything and died alone in the desert. People claim to see his ghost wandering the outskirts of town, still looking for gold or a way home. Others believe the sorrow and sudden end of the town trapped the energy of its people in time. The nearby bottle house, built out of glass bottles, is also said to be haunted. Some visitors feel watched while walking by it, even when no one else is around. Today, Rhyolite is a popular ghost town for tourists. It's near Death Valley and easy to visit.